All right, so thank you guys for joining this call. I'm so much happy to have you guys here. You know, it's that time of the year that we'll talk about what we have in stock for the community. So you have it in mind that okay, at the end of the year they talked about this and they actually did this. So over the years we've always you know talked about what we want to do for the year, and we've laid down some programs. Like when the community started, we started with just introduction to technical writing alone. I think we did that for 2 years. So last year was the first time we did the API documentation. So we now, within ourselves, we had a meeting and decided that we need to add one more area of technical writing that is very, very important. So this year is choked. This year we have a lot of programs. So we're focusing on just two things alone. So one, we're going to do the API documentation program again, and we're going to do the developer documentation program. So these are the two programs that we're going to do this year. Then we have other projects that we are working on, which will be open source, but right now it's still within the team. So we are very sure that it's ready for open source for people to start to contribute. And when it gets to that stage, we'll let the whole community be aware that, okay, this is time, we are building this and we'd like you to come join us to make this software better. So these are the areas. Then we have the writing contest. So we tried to test the writing contest last year, and that went well. So this year we are improving our writing contests. So we're having more writing contests that we did last year and other years. So the areas of focus for this year is one, we have in our programs, two programs, API documentation and developer docs. Then we are building some projects. I'm sure we're building like 3 projects at the same time. So let me just give you a high level of the project. So of one, actually. So the other ones, you'll probably see it when it's out. So one of the projects is our docs. So right now the docs is good, is word class for sure, but we want to improve the learning experience. So we are creating a course platform that is just like in form of the Udemy and Udacity style. So where you go and you're learning and you're practicalizing it on that platform. Then when you're done with it, the platform will also present you your certificate. But it's not an easy thing. You know, they will have a lot of projects you will do, which will be scored by the platform. You have short projects, you know, questions, you answer and more, just like the way you do it on Audacity, the way you do it on Udemy. That is what we're going to do. So we're working on that one. That is one that I would say. The other ones will be there. Then we want to improve our documentation. So we want to change the platform because we got a lot of complaints that the platform you're using, being Hugo, it's having some issues. You know, a lot of people can't contribute, install, and work with it is a problem. So we want to improve it. We want to use a different platform that will be easier for a lot of people to work with. And I think that's the major thing. So now for the developer docs, it's what we're going to start with. So we're going to start with developer docs. That's by March, but no dates. We'll announce the dates for sure. Then ending of the year, we'll now go over to the API docs to API DA. You understand? So now for the developer docs, I think we have a few other students that are here that are also currently doing that program. So we are going to use same method and same style because it was successful. We didn't get any complaint that mentors were not responsive, mentors we are not, you know, helping out, or the interaction or communication is a problem. So we've not had lots of issues. So we are going to work with that same method because that has worked already. So what we are going to do with this, so we are taking a fee for your program, for the developer documentation program, because it covers everything about developer docs, starting from installing, starting from different platforms, talk about different platforms. We'll use one as a case study. So by the end of the program, you will have developer docs samples for at least 3 different SSGs. So SSGs are static site generators. So you have one sample, I'm not sure because we're still working on it. can have one sample on Hugo, Jenkins, or Mentlify, or we have them Dockersaurus, ViewPress or VitePress. So we are going to make sure at the end of the program you have 3 different samples. That's for sure. While you're still learning everything about developer docs. So when you're done with the program, you have that sample to share, which makes it very easy for you to get jobs. So I'm seeing the question. Yes. So we are working. I think we have one of us that has an assignment to work on data. So data actually is a new. It's very old. You understand? But I would say is new right now to a lot of people because people are starting to, if it's ChatGPT, delve into technical writing. So they're hearing about stuff like data and data. So data has been there for a long, long time. So most companies that use data are quite companies that love the old ways. You understand? So they don't want to, go over to using Markdown or ASCII doc or any other, markup language that makes it easy, because data is not as easy as the Markdown and ASCII doc. But that's something we'll work on and have on our documentation. So these are the areas we want to cover up this year. And we also have events. So we're having more events. We'll bring in more experts from different, career paths to talk to you guys, to help you guys improve. Recruiters, developer docs, experts, and all that. Also software engineers. So we are bringing those, those experts, so they will come and make it easier, teach you. You get to learn firsthand from them. So that's what we're going to cover up this year. So we will prepare like a little document and send it across to our communities. If you're on Discord, you get to see that on Discord. So whatever I said here, you get to see it and know that this is what we're going to cover up for this year. Then we are given an opportunity for you to tell us areas you want us to improve on, areas or whatever topic you want us to add, like someone talked about the data in the chat. So if you want us to add any topic in technical writing that will help you, or areas you're struggling that you want to improve on that we don't have on our docs currently, if you're on Discord, I would say just drop it on Discord. Let me look the channel that I think better for you to drop that information. Yeah, so drop it in the resource channel. So if you drop it in the resource channel, I will get to see that. So we will attend to that for sure. So if you have any question, I think this is the time for you to drop your question, and I'll be happy to answer. And also, I'm open to answer questions that are not also related to what I talked about here, but what will be within technical writing. So I think this is an opportunity for you to ask me those questions and I will answer. All right, so do we have any question, or we are good to go? Okay, so I've answered this question. Would there be an opportunity to learn about data XML? Yes, but there's no timeline for that for now, but that is something we would have. We have someone learning that already to work on it, so we'll have that up soon. All right, guys, so do you have any question? So nobody have any question for me? Or technical writing question? Okay, when will the program start? So the program will start March, but there is no exact date. Okay, it's going to start by 8th, it's going to start by 9th or 31st. It's going to be March, because we want to be sure that we don't give out a date that will turn out to be failures, try to fail you guys. So March is when it's going to start. We'll send out notifications, announcements on all our social medias and our communication channels. Then everybody will be aware of that. But it's going to be March, that's for sure. Yeah, Victoria, like I said, it's going to be March, so we'll start the program March. So now what we're going to do is we'll also we'll send out a form for those that are interested. That will be coming up in a few weeks' time. So send out a form for those that are interested. So you would raise your interests. So we have your emails, so which will send out emails across to everybody. Then we would let you guys also know what we want you to, we kind of call it requirements. So there are requirements for the program. So we don't want somebody that is entirely new to like everything. You will struggle in the program. So we have requirements to send across. So you will look at the requirements and also give resources. So for those that don't meet the requirement, you can use the resources and level up your game. So when the form for the registration comes out, we'll send it via email. Then we'll pick it up from there. Yeah. So the course, yes. So the course is everything about technical writing, but this is an aspect of technical writing. So technical writing is broad. So you have your technical blog, you have your developer docs, you have your API documentation, you have the guide, user guide, integration guide, all the guides. You have release notes and different aspects, SOPs and more. So, but the program you're going to start with first is developer documentation. Those let me give an example like the React documentation. So that is the developer docs because the documentation tailored for developers to know how to use a particular program, project, a particular tool, or a particular programming language, or a particular, you can also call it project, but tailored for developers. So that is what we're going to start with. Then ending of the year, we will now work on start the next program, which is the API documentation. Okay. All right. Thank you so much, guys. So we would also, because we had a fee for the API documentation, and there's also a fee for the developer documentation. So we also convert that to the rates of any country. So the developer docs has a fee, and what we did in the API docs, the style we did is what we're going to do, where you pay money, then also the money you pay goes back to the community, being back to the students. We do it via assignments, we do it via classes, but we'll have a video for you to watch to learn. So we do it via assignments, we do it via projects, we do it via your assignment and project, basically. So if you have the best project for a particular section of the course, then there is an amount that you would win. So if, for example, you paid 5,000 for the course and you over 100 students, so we might divide it in a way it's going to be favorable, which is what we did for the API docs. Then everybody gets to. At some point, one person might win everything. A person is that good. So, but this is going to be a different one. So we're going to charge 30,000 naira for this particular program, and we'll also convert that to the currency of convert it to the currency. So whatever country you are, if you pay and you have a very good project, then that goes back to you. So, but this, we are dividing it in two ways. So the last program, we gave everything back, but this program, we are giving some back to you and we are keeping some back to ourselves to use to fund some areas of the community. So like I said, to me, so what we're going to charge for this one is 30,000 naira. Then some of it will go back to you guys via your projects and via your assignments. So if you join the program and you do exceedingly well, you probably get more than what you paid for. With your knowledge, you also get the money you paid for. You paid 30,000 naira, you might even get more than 100,000 naira because you've been doing so well in all the assignments and projects we give. Yeah, let you prepare. All right, guys. So, any question? Any other question? So you can wrap it up. Okay, so I think think I've answered all the questions available. So, like I said, we'll send out a document to that would have a list of what I just said in the call in our community on Discord. So you can go there and read more about it and get yourself prepared, like Timmy. So the program will be starting March. So a form will be sent out a few weeks from now. So just keep on the lookout for the form. Or the form is for a form of interest. So if you're interested in the program, then you would now fill the form. So all information will be on the form. So you get to know the amount that will be charged for the program, so that if you're still interested, you also now fill the form for that. So when the time for the program starts, we will now have your emails from the form. So we'll just send you an email that will detail what you need to do for the next step. And like I said, we'll also add the requirements. So if you know at the moment you don't meet the requirements, so there will be some resources that would help you get set. So that will help you get set for the program. So you meet up with the requirements and when the program starts, because we don't want, like I said earlier on, we don't want people that are totally new, to join, because this is a high level technical writing section. It's not like the very, very beginner part of writing. So this involves writing and involves a bit of building and more. So we're going to add that requirement so you are aware. So I'm using the free resources in the YouTube channel to learn because I'm a newbie. Yeah, so technical writing, the beginner part of technical writing and the aspect of blog is you can write and you can read. So you have other aspect of it that you will have to cover. So since you're following our resources on YouTube, fine, it covers everything. So you still have more time. So if you're on our Discord channel, which makes it very good, so you can drop questions, areas you think you want to learn from. If you're blocked in any way, everybody is happy to help. So you can drop your questions, and we have a lot of people that will help you out. All right, thank you so much, Timmy, for your questions. So do I have any other one before we say good night? So I would like you guys to get set, because Developer Docs program is going to be a huge one. It's going to be an intense one. The API Docs students or mentees can attest to what they are going through. I'll say what they are going through right now for their capstone project. So it's very, very easy. It's very, very, very sweet for them. I think they're enjoying that a lot. So for you guys to join Developer Docs, you also enjoy it more, because we try to make it very, very easy. We give you easy assignments and a very easy capstone project for you guys to follow through. All right, so it seems this is the last question. All right, thank you guys for joining. So let me give you a recap for those that are just joining now. So we are going to cover a lot in this year. So one area we're going to cover our usual thing, the program. So we're going to do 2 programs this year. We are starting the developer docs and we are doing the API docs. Then we are going to have more events involving experts in different areas that would come and teach you guys and get you prepared to be hired, and also those that also get you prepared to get money in different ways, different aspects of technical writing that you need to learn from. We bring experts, maybe experts from that know about data, ASCII-Doc, Markdown, to come and teach you things I don't know, so you get to learn. So we're going to cover up all these areas, and you're building projects. So I will only state one, like I said. So one I will going to state there is we are building a course platform for our technical writing program. Now this is going to be the best, probably first course I've not seen. So this is going to involve an interactive session, just like you have your Udacity and then DataCamp, where you get to learn and you also practicalize and try. So you're building a platform that would help you learn a practical way. Now, we're also improving our documentation. So we have what we're doing, and we want to have a very big event probably at the end of the year or thereabout. So we have all this in stock, and we are ready to make this year awesome for you guys. So sit back and watch while we unleash and unfold all these awesome packages for you guys. So is it compulsory to know how to code? If you want to work on the developer documentation, it's a must that you know how to code. It's a must. So I don't need to sugarcoat it. I don't need to say it's necessary. It's a must. Else you get confused with a lot of terms you see. So you need to know how to code. Now you don't need to be an expert. You don't need to be the best. You don't need to probably learn in depth, but you need to know how to read code. You need to know how to run code. You need to know how to write the basics of codes. So you can more, I think you have the SSGs, they have different languages. We have the ones on Python, we have the ones on JavaScript, we have the ones on Ruby, we have the ones on Rugby. Is it Rugby? That'd be Rust, Ruby and Rust. Yeah, so, but when you learn, for example, you learn JavaScript as a programming language, you know how to work with JavaScript and more. That will give you an edge. So all the SSGs, they have one thing in common, which is they have a configuration file which you would use to configure, to change the look and feel and appearance of your documentation, and also the functions and some behaviors of your documentation. So you would need to know how to configure, which doesn't require you knowing different languages. But if you know how to work with one language, you can easily understand what to do. So it's important for you to know one. And the one which is for me recommended for now, you can learn JavaScript. At least HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, it's a necessity. You need to know them. You might not need them to start coding. You're not like coding, but knowing how to write in HTML and CSS, you might do some little tweaking. I need to know Markdown. Very important. And also ASCII-Doc, but we are working with Markdown. So ASCII-Doc is quite different. So you guys want to make it start spilling stuff out, okay? So just chill and wait for us. We're going to push out all this information, put that in the document, and you see it on Discord. So do I have any other question? It seems Timmy has more in stock. All right, so like I said, if you have any question that is not related to this program or technical writing, you're free to drop your question and I would also answer that. So it must be around technical writing, even if it's not concerning this program. So I think we have a few minutes to go. So let me sit back for 5 more minutes and see if you have questions for me. Okay, seems we are good to go. All right, so thank you guys for joining. Yeah, I'm so much happy to have you guys and also happy to share this information with you. So like I said, we'll send out documents on Discord. So if you have a Discord, you get a document to join our Discord. Karim, you're late. You're late. You're so late. So this is the recorded session. Yeah, so the program would start by March. So no specific date in March. We are not giving out a date, but it's going to start by March. And we're going to start with the developer documentation. Then the API docs will come later in the year. All right, so thank you guys. I would drop the document on Discord in a few minutes time. So if you're on Discord, you go and read it and get yourself ready and prepared for the packages we'll push out this year. All right, so do I have any other question before we say good night? Okay, so for those that are joining now, you can watch the live stream. I think the live stream will come up in a few minutes time, so you can go and watch the live stream and get any information that I couldn't get right now. So thank you guys for joining. I'm so much happy to have you here. Good night.